Well, hello, friends. Today we're going to hack on the IRC client a little bit because I realized something that we could totally use libHTML in the IRC client to do the messages and the channel view. So let me show you what it looks like right now. I'll just bring it up. So here is the IRC client. It's it's pretty attractive, I have to say, but it does have some pretty serious limitations. Like for the first thing is that this thing here, it doesn't have any kind of word wrapping, line wrapping, anything like that. You have to scroll, and then it's also limited. Oh, and we were crashing there too. It's also limited to how much we can scroll, and it's crashy. And it doesn't support rich text. And I would love to be able to just do something like put the nicknames in bold and a color, and the messages not in bold, and stuff like that. And it would be nice if in the future we could do things like make the URL, if someone writes a URL in a message, then we could turn that into a clickable link. Things like that. Like, this is just such an obvious, good place to use an HTML view widget. So let's do that. So this thing is called IRC window, as I recall. Excuse me. I haven't worked on the IRC client for quite a while, but IRC window is a widget, and then where do we put these? Well, rather, what do we put in them? So we have a table view in there. Right. So this is the thing that we're going to replace with an HTML view. So currently what this thing will show is, let's see what we do with it. Table view, set model, log buffer model. Right. So an IRC window has a log buffer, and the log buffer is just a circular queue of 1,000 messages, so like the 1,000 last messages that you received. And then it exposes those through a gmodel subclass right here. So let's just do something very different. I'm thinking that instead of exposing a model, we will expose a DOM document. And then you can just make an HTML view that shows that DOM document. And then when we get new messages, we'll add to the DOM. And let's see how that works, because I haven't tried to do anything like this, but there's no real reason why it shouldn't work. So let's see. First thing is, instead of having a model here, let's just get rid of the model, and we'll say ref footer document. And it immediately becomes obvious to me that libHTML is not namespaced in any way. It would be nice if it ended up something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but maybe DOM document, that looks kind of nice. But right now it's not namespaced in any way. So we'll just pull it in. No big deal. DOM document. I mean, if we followed the scheme that we have here, it would look like this, which wouldn't be terrible, but it would be a nuisance when you're in libHTML. I keep going back and forth on that type of stuff. Anyways, instead of exposing the model, we'll just expose the document. All right, and think we can leave this part alone for now. But when we add a message, instead of queuing it up, actually, yeah, let's get rid of it. And we don't need that. We don't need circular queue. We don't need that. And when you add a message to it, okay, hold on. Let's see, we need the message count here. And apparently we also need to be able to get to a message. Why do we need that though? Oh, it's just for the model. So if we get rid of those, then none of that matters. And all right, so here, instead of saying messages on queue, we're going to have mDocument be a new document. We could actually be kind of lazy here and use the HTML parser. Let's do that. And we'll say parse HTML. Or wait, hold on. No, because no, this is fine. Maybe we'll even be cool and put a doc type HTML here. So we'll do an empty document like that. All right, and then here we can do. Actually, there's always going to be a document, so this should be a reference. But for simplicity, let's just use a ref footer still. So we'll star those, and when we add message, we will mDocument body append child. And I guess the body tag is not familiar to us. We have to get it. HTML body element. Oh, and body is actually a const. So not quite that simple. Okay, fine. First child of type. Wait, can we get to any element? All right, maybe let's do this slightly differently. Let's know where we want to insert. So m container element, let's say. Okay. Now this will be document dot new document, and it doesn't need a URL. So I think this is fine. And then we want to create some children here. So append child. Dot new document type. Let's see how we do this. Document type. And then we also want maybe it's okay to just do this. What is it? Create element. We need the element factory here. Create element document HTML element. And child HTML element, right? And then here we want to add a body element. So create a body element and append it to the HTML element, and then we'll say that the container element is the body element. Now, we're just creating a very simple DOM here. Nothing crazy. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to say m container element append child, message element, let's say. Okay, and message element is going to be a create element document, and we'll make a div, why don't we? And message element append child. We're going to add some text to it just for simplicity now. What are we going to put in there? I guess, what do we normally show? Like the timestamp, timestamp and the name and the text of the message. So that'll be dot text.h, text nodes, document, and string, right? So message text is going to be string format. I mean, we can obviously go as fancy as we like here, but right now I'm just gonna put it in verbatim. So we'll do like this. Just to start with something. So that'll be the time null footer. And then the prefix, the name characters, the text characters, and we'll ignore the color for now. Okay. And we'll need DOM text for text nodes. Okay, go away. Yes, I think that's good. And then down here, it's kind of the same in the other function. It's just that it's just for adding a message with no name. So it's really just, this should be some kind of a helper, but really it's just a timestamp and a text in that case, and a color, which we'll also ignore here. Right. And is this ever used? Log dump. Yes, it is used. Well, I'm just gonna fix me or remove me. I don't know, something. Okay, and then we have to make the HTML view somewhere. Let's see where it falls apart. The log buffer model. Well, we can remove that. Log buffer model. Gone. Okay. IRC window. Set model. This thing is not going to work anymore. Here, instead, we're going to say mHTML view. Set document. Log buffer dot document. And this is going to be an HTML view. Okay, that's cool. RC app window. Oh, we need table view here. Sorry about that. Okay, IRC window. Now, we have to actually include the HTML view. And then we got to stop using table view. So HTML view, we're going to make one of these instead. Does that need any more arguments? No, just a parent. Okay. And then none of these are relevant anymore. You're not relevant. None of these are relevant. Okay. And then no viable conversion. We'll just amp you. And I guess we'll also const cast you. Yeah. This is not very beautiful, but we'll figure that one out later. The constant correctness is not clear to me yet because I haven't thought about this object model. I'm just kind of bulldozing through this. And here we want to scroll to bottom, which is not a function that exists in HTML. Oh, no, it does, because it inherits from GScrollable widget. Oh my gosh, I love you, HTML view, and I love you, libGUI. It's so nice that that was already there. And that just totally compiled. Okay, I'm kind of terrified that this might just work, but it's not gonna just work, come on. But let's try it. Let's see. Let's use a different testing channel to be nice to the people in the channel at the moment. Instead of Serenity OS, let's go in Serenity OS. Test. Okay, and let me grab. Okay, here we are. Put that on top, just so we can see what's going on. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to sync after I changed that thing. Okay, this is just gonna crash, isn't it? Oh, no crash yet. But also nothing showing up, so okay, so we definitely things don't look totally right. IRC log buffer. So what's going on with this document? Why doesn't this document work? I guess we can do something like when you add a message to a buffer, we can just dump out the add message and we'll like print out the text. And then we'll also print out the DOM at this point. It'll just give us some idea of what's happening here. HTML dump tree document. All right, so let's see what it looks like. This here is just so I can talk to myself once I get far enough that it actually shows something. Okay, so I feel like we're not showing anything here. Are we not calling add message? Oh, here we are. We got a DOM. And that's definitely a DOM that looks sort of like what I was hoping for. If I click on it, it's not doing anything weird. But it doesn't render anything, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that. Oh, does this work? If I relay out? Okay, and there we died. Let's see. So I guess we were in this one most of the time. I'll call this one add message 1, add message 2. But are we actually setting that thing up anywhere, I wonder? So in IRC window, we call it set log buffer, and then we do HTML set document. Isn't that what we do elsewhere? Like, I feel like we do that in the help app, for instance. We just do, yeah, right. So, but were we actually putting the HTML view somewhere meaningful though? HTML view construct container. Okay. And do we have to do something for it to actually work? It should just do a layout of itself. I guess we could dump the layout tree here. When we lay out, let's just dump the tree. So we'll just go there and make C applications IRC client clean, and okay. I just want to see what the layout looks like. No, IRC. Okay, so this is our goofy looking DOM. Why does it look so crap? Oh, maybe the prefix is null here, actually. Prefix, if so, prefix, otherwise space. I guess the prefix was a null character in some cases. Yeah, it's looking more like it. And layout block. Okay, so the DOM is looking totally sensible, but it seems like the layout tree, we don't change the layout tree just because the DOM changes. Oh, right. When we change the DOM, we have to invalidate the layout. We never did any dynamic DOM updates, so we never had to deal with that. So in IRC log buffer, when we append the child, then maybe the easiest thing to do is to just call, what is the easiest thing to do? We want to just relay out everything, really. Let's see, invalidate layout. There's no such thing, okay. Set needs layout, what did I call it? I don't remember what I called it. Relayout. Needs relayout. Okay. So there's absolutely nothing for this. The closest thing we have is probably node invalidate style. If we invalidate style, then it will schedule a style update, which will bring with it a relayout. And layout root. Is there anything where we just, let's see. We could try just invalidating the layout of the whole document. Let's try it. Document invalidate style, rather. This is not efficient, but let's see if that'll be enough. It did not like that. Okay, so we try to update style, and then we end up in recompute style. And then what? Asserting that something is the document in layout tree builder. Oh, we don't support building a partial tree, right? This is not implemented, so we're gonna have to just blow away the old layout and make a new one. document relayout, force relayout. So we'll do it that way. This will be heavy, but it will hopefully just work. And no declaration matches. Right. Maybe we can call it force layout, actually. Okay, and then here we'll say force layout. Because obviously you can do much less than a forced complete layout. In this situation, we're just adding a single element to the DOM, and we could only lay out that new thing. And you know, we would have to relay out more than that, actually, because the parent would grow. It's non-trivial. Let's see. So what's going on here? Okay. So after the layout, we actually also need to paint. But this is definitely an HTML view. This is definitely very, very noisy. Let's stop dumping everything everywhere. And let's also not do that. And then let's also paint after we do this. Don't we paint after we lay out? That's so weird. I guess we don't. Let's see, after we do a layout, let's say m layout root set needs display. That's just sensible. Okay, we are frickin' using HTML view. Scroll to the bottom doesn't seem to work, but word wrap certainly does. Damn, that's so cool. See, now line wrapping works correctly. And we could start to do some more colorful things here. So let's see how we would do the color, because we're already passing the color into the message thingy. Where was that? Add message in IRC log buffer. So here, if I guess we can just wrap it in a font element child, or we could be even cooler and set an attribute style. Color colon color to string. What does that actually give us? It gives us a mostly parsable color, although this part, I don't want the alpha. Is that going to mess me up? Or is the HTML color parser going to tolerate it? We'll see. Because this is not valid HTML color, right? Oh, it totally works. Damn. All right. All right. So right now, I guess this is actually in. I'm using the not the fixed width font. Yeah, it's using variable width font. Hi there. But we can fix that. And I guess these things, oh, they're actually looking pretty good, but we should make this bold. Let's see. Nick element is create element document B. Or we'll make a span out of it, actually. Span style. Oh no, let's just do B. That's easier. Timestamp element can be a span. Okay, and then, oops. I'll also do a text element, will be another span. Okay. And I guess we don't need this right now. Then the message text is just going to be timestamp append child. We'll make a text node child of that, and we'll say string format. We should do the time string in a nice way, actually. But right now, let's just do it like this. And for the nick, we'll do new text document. It would be nice if we could just parse one big HTML string and do like inner HTML sort of, but currently we can't do that. So here, let's just append the name, or no. We'll do it like this. Something like that, yeah. Prefix, otherwise space, and name characters. Okay. And then the text itself. Okay, and here we're just going to add, or no, let me do this one first. Append child. The text, right. Append child, timestamp element. Put space after each one. Nick element. And text element. All right. Let me try that out. This looks a bit strange. I feel like this is supposed to be in here, but I think that's just an artifact of how the server messages work. Okay, here, let me try to talk. Hello. Okay, and let's say something. Hi there. That's cool. Very, very cool. Good use of LibHTML, I think. Let's make sure that we're fixed here. So let's see, how does that go? What do we do for the code thing? We use the Chilla font. So we'll just use the code tag, I think, to get fixed width. That'll be the most straightforward way. So we could wrap it all into code tag, actually. or we can do the same thing it was doing. Let's do that. message element set attribute style. Okay. Yes. And let's do the font. I mean, not the font, the time in a nice way. So we'll say auto TM's local time. Time null footer. Local time now. And then here we'll just do TM spec. But the color. Okay, let's put that. This one is a bit weird with the color, but okay, we'll just do the color here. Oops. Okay, join the channel. Come on. Have it. Look at that monospace font. Hello, announcer entity. If we say each other's names, well, no, but isn't that just nice? I guess we should make these be the fixed with font too. It's just that this is the other add message. Maybe we should do something for that. We can actually, let's add a head element. Document head. We'll put that in the HTML element. And then we will make a style element. And actually here, before we insert it into the head, we'll actually add some text to it. Dot new text. And here we will say, this is where we'll put that whole thing with the fonts. Let's get a body. Or let's say div. Okay. And then every div will have that style. Expected paren. Oh, right, sorry. Will this work? I feel like this might work. It'd be nice if we could style it that way. Then we could, put like make some global style sheet, and then instead of doing custom styles with the style attribute, we could give them classes and stuff, you know, take advantage of CSS features. Yeah, look at that. Now this one is fixed with font as well, although the timestamp is off because we don't use the same logic. So let me just fix that up right quick. Build it like we build it above. I mean, really, it's just the same thing as the other one. We just don't have the nick, and we don't have the nick, and no prefix. So it's a lot of code copying going on here, but I think that's forgivable for now. Let's try it out. So scroll to bottom was not working entirely right, but I think we're gonna have the basic functionality coming in right now. Yeah, so that's something, but oh, look at that, it's blue. Oh, pal. This is an HTML enabled IRC client now. Great. Cool. Okay, so I think let's commit this because I'm running a little short on time here. So let's see what we got. In LibHTML, what did we do? We just added force layout and made it repaint after layout. Okay. LibHTML add document force layout. Also, for when you really need a layout to happen right now. Also, make automatically repaint. Repaint the layout root after layout. Okay. And then we just had the IRC changes. We'll remove the channel change because it's fun that everyone comes into the project channel by default. Then we'll delete the IRC log buffer model. Oh, did I delete that already? So can we get rid of it everywhere? And see that we can still build. And other than that, we'll just IRC client. Switch to using LibHTML, an HTML view, IRC window contents. This seems like a perfect fit for LibHTML. Can now style the channel, the IRC channels and queries however we like. Power of CSS. This page doesn't do much in the way of styling. It just gets the basics into place. Cool. That's really cool. Okay. I just want to see it one more time. Fix me. Scroll to the bottom. All right, and here we are in the regular channel. This is so neat. All right, so I think this is going to be it for today's video. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching. And thank you for coming back and hanging out. It's always nice with company. I hope you saw something interesting here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.